As far as Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani are concerned, they frequently show up at events such as award presentations, celebrations, and other events. Each of them performs this task on their own at times, while at other times they work together as a pair. Blake Shelton, on the other hand, claims that there is one location where you will never find the husband or wife. Okay, so what exactly did Blake have to say? Both Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani are constantly located in a different location. Being on the road and touring is already a significant undertaking, and Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani are both known to engage in this activity on a regular basis. On the other hand, this power duo is involved in a variety of other activities that extend far beyond performing at performances that are completely sold out. It has been brought to the attention of fans of The Voice that Gwen Stefani has been extremely busy with the recently finished season 26 of the show. To add insult to injury, Blake Shelton has just released his brand new single, which is taken from his forthcoming album. For this reason, it appears that these two are constantly required to be present at a variety of public events, including talk shows, engagements, and other public appearances. Shelton has revealed the one location that he and Gwen do not wish to visit. In addition, Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani are not newcomers to the concept of bringing things to a worldwide level. Sometime not too long ago, the entire blended family traveled all the way to Italy in order to participate in a comprehensive schedule of planned events. This was a significant occasion for Blake, and his supporters enjoyed watching him interact with the culture while he was there. Additionally, Blake claims that he will travel to Italy with Gwen and other people. In spite of this, there is one place where you will never come across the two of them, and that is at the coffee chain Starbucks. Blake Shelton prefers his cup of coffee to be simple and uncomplicated. Recently, Blake Shelton stopped by for an interview, and throughout the course of the conversation, he was asked about the Starbucks orders that he and Gwen Stefani typically place. In light of the fact that the majority of individuals, including those who do not consider themselves to be bougie, continue to frequent the well-known coffee chain, this seems like a reasonable question to presume. Blake, on the other hand, claims that he does not enjoy anything particularly sophisticated about the way that he consumes his cup of coffee. From what he has recently stated about it, it appears that Gwen Stefani does not feel the same way. The statement made by Blake was as follows: "Starbucks is a little too hip for both of us. Simply said, I enjoy the usual coffee that we have at home for breakfast." In addition, Shelton continued by saying, "And then I see people drinking that stuff all day long and they are like, how can you do that?" For example, you can detect the caffeine and there is no doubt that they are aware of what they are doing. Ever the businessman, Blake made it a point to let Starbucks know that he was not going to throw them under the bus and that he was open to the possibility of working with the well-known coffee chain in the future throughout their relationship. "I'm not down on Starbucks," Blake said as he concluded his statement. "If you know what I mean, I would still like for them to sponsor my tour, but I think it's a little too powerful for me." We invite you to return to Gossip USA for additional information regarding the most recent celebrity and entertainment news. Blake Shelton is no stranger to the spotlight. As one of country music's biggest stars, his career has spanned decades, with chart-topping hits and an ever-expanding fan base. But what's often overlooked is the man behind the cowboy boots and the microphone, his personality, humor, and the little quirks that make him relatable to millions of fans. Blake's life has always been filled with country charm, relatable down-to-earth vibes, and the occasional headline-making drama. However, when it comes to his personal life, especially his marriage to singer Gwen Stefani, things seem to be more private, despite the duo's frequent public appearances. Together, they're not just a musical powerhouse, but also a couple whose relationship seems to transcend the usual celebrity status. But just like any married couple, they have their own preferences, quirks, and, as it turns out, a place they absolutely refuse to go. Recently, Blake Shelton revealed an interesting tidbit about his life with Gwen Stefani, an interesting and unexpected preference about a type of place they avoid, despite it being in the world of high-end, celebrity-driven culture. This bougie, a playful term for bougie referring to things that are extravagant and elitist, place is one that most people in their celebrity circles would frequent without a second thought. But for Blake and Gwen, it's a no-go. The couple refuses to set foot in one particular type of high-end establishment, and it's not because they can't afford it. It's because of their shared values and their desire to maintain a sense of normalcy in their often chaotic, spotlight-filled lives. The rise of the Shelton-Stefani power couple. Before diving into the specifics of the bougie place, it's essential to understand just how this iconic couple came to be. Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani's love story is something out of a fairy tale, though it's peppered with its own unique set of challenges and surprises. Blake Shelton had already been a country music superstar for years before he met Gwen Stefani. Known for his deep, gravelly voice and his easygoing personality, he had built a reputation as a down-home country boy with a sense of humor and a real love for the simple things in life. He had been married to country singer Miranda Lambert for several years, but their relationship ended in 2015, leading Blake to a period of reflection and self-discovery. At the same time, Gwen Stefani was in the midst of a highly publicized divorce from her husband, Bush's lead singer Gavin Rossdale. Gwen, known for her edgy style and her contributions to pop music as the lead singer of No Doubt, was adjusting to life after her marriage. As fate would have it, both Blake and Gwen found themselves on the set of NBC's The Voice, where they were both coaches. Their connection was immediate, and over the course of several seasons, they grew closer. Their chemistry was undeniable, and before long, rumors swirled about their blossoming relationship. The two musicians went public with their romance in 2015, and since then, they've become one of the most beloved couples in the music world. Though both Blake and Gwen have achieved massive success in their respective fields, they are often praised for keeping things grounded. They may live in multi-million-dollar homes and enjoy the luxuries that come with fame, but their public personas are still marked by humor, authenticity, and an undeniable down-to-earth quality. In fact, their social media posts often highlight the little moments of life, from their time spent together at home to the playful teasing they exchange. A bougie place? Blake's recent revelation about the bougie place is a fascinating glimpse into the couple's personal life and preferences. In an interview, Blake made it clear that there's one type of establishment that both he and Gwen refuse to visit: luxury restaurants that cater to the ultra-elite. While they both enjoy food, the type of dining experience they refuse to indulge in is one marked by pretentiousness or excessive ostentation. Blake has always been vocal about his love for simple food. In interviews, he has frequently praised classic comfort foods such as burgers, pizza, and barbecued meat. His love for a good home-cooked meal or a casual dining experience stands in stark contrast to the kind of high-end dining that often comes with a hefty price tag and a reputation for exclusivity. While Blake was quick to note that he and Gwen are far from the type of people who would avoid luxury when it's truly warranted, he and Gwen both share a disdain for what he called too fancy places. Their refusal to dine in some of the more extravagant restaurants, complete with their exorbitant prices, intricate tasting menus, and often pretentious atmospheres, stems from their desire to remain connected to their roots. "There's just something about those places that rubs me the wrong way," Blake admitted in a recent conversation. "I don't know if it's the way they look at you when you walk in or the way everything is served on tiny plates, but it's just not our thing. We're more about enjoying the company we're with and the food we're eating. It's about the experience, not about showing off." This revelation sparked a wave of reactions from fans who appreciated Blake's down-to-earth attitude and Gwen's willingness to embrace it. The couple, it seems, prefers to keep things simple when it comes to their dining experiences. For Blake, it's about feeling comfortable, not worrying about whether or not his steak is perfectly aligned with his plate's intricate design. Gwen, known for her glamorous image, doesn't mind shedding that persona when it comes to enjoying an intimate meal with her husband. Why they avoid bougie restaurants. So why, exactly, do Blake and Gwen refuse to frequent these high-end establishments? It's not about being unable to afford them. They both could easily afford the most extravagant restaurants in the world and would likely get VIP treatment anywhere they went. Instead, their refusal comes down to a few simple factors. 1. The atmosphere. As Blake pointed out, bougie restaurants often come with a certain air of pretentiousness. The dress codes, the small portion sizes, the long waits for each course, all of it can make the dining experience feel more like a performance than a meal. For Blake and Gwen, they prefer to share a quiet, relaxed meal without the expectations and judgments that often come with high-end dining. They want to be able to enjoy their food without feeling out of place. 2. The focus on the food, not the experience. For both Blake and Gwen, eating is about enjoying the food itself. While a fine dining experience might offer an artistic presentation or a multi-course meal with delicate flavors, they prefer a meal that feels like comfort and home. Whether it's a burger at a casual restaurant or a family dinner in their own kitchen, it's the connection to the food and the people around them that matters most. They want to share a meal without the distraction of the theatrics that often come with upscale dining. 3. Staying true to their roots. Both Blake and Gwen come from humble beginnings, and they have made it clear that they don't want to forget where they came from. Growing up in Oklahoma and California respectively, both artists learned to appreciate the simple things in life. They've built their empires through hard work and dedication, but they haven't lost sight of what truly matters to them. They prefer to support local restaurants and enjoy the types of dining experiences that remind them of their pasts. For them, the memories and the personal connections are far more important than the prestige of a Michelin-starred restaurant. 4. Shared values. Blake and Gwen share a strong sense of family and tradition. When they do go out to eat, it's often with family members or close friends, and the goal is to relax and enjoy each other's company. They don't want to be bogged down by the stress of formalities or the need to maintain a certain image in front of other diners. Their relationship is built on honesty, comfort, and authenticity, and that extends to their dining choices. The impact on their relationship. This preference for simpler dining experiences also speaks volumes about Blake and Gwen's relationship. They aren't just two famous stars who happen to be married. They are two individuals who value the same things in life and who are committed to maintaining a sense of normalcy. Their refusal to engage in bougie dining experiences is a reflection of their shared values and their desire to live authentically. In a world where celebrity couples often flaunt their wealth and indulge in the most exclusive experiences, Blake and Gwen's choice to avoid the bougie restaurant scene serves as a reminder that fame and fortune don't have to change who you are at your core. They may be country music royalty, but at home they are simply two people who enjoy a good meal, the company of loved ones, and the peace of mind that comes with staying true to their roots. As Blake and Gwen continue to share their lives with the world, they show that it's possible to be famous without losing touch with what matters most. Whether they're sitting down to a meal in a local diner or enjoying a home-cooked meal in their kitchen, they're creating memories that are far more meaningful than any five-star dining experience could ever provide. Ultimately, Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani's refusal to go to bougie places is a testament to their authenticity, their shared values, and their commitment to keeping their love and their lives as grounded as possible. It's a choice that resonates with fans, showing that even in the glamorous world of celebrity, the simplest things can be the most important.